Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the Saba Show. Today we are commencing the Dice Footy Championships and we're going straight into it. Round 1. All the fixtures from the actual AFL season are going to be the fixtures that we're doing in this competition all the way through to round 23, final series included. Let me know who you think's going to win this whole thing and who's going to get the wooden spoon. Also, you can check out, if you don't know how this game works, I did post another video on my channel regarding how it works, but we're just going to dive right into it. Commence proceedings. We're going to start things off with the D's and the Bulldogs. Did a little bit of a test run here, but to kick things off in the regular season, we're going to get 5 goals, 3 for the D's to kick things off, and then we got the Bulldogs, who kick 6 goals, 6. Highest possible total you can possibly get in this game. So very high scoring first quarter. You won't see that in real life. The D's get 3 goals, 2 in the second quarter. They advance to 8-5. And then the Dogs, pretty disappointing second quarter. Bit of a slower roll there. And they end with 7-9. So the D's retake the lead. Obviously, a bit scared of the Dogs, who want to, get a bit of reward, considering they lost last season in the grand final, this exact matchup. So Bulldogs, 3 goals, 4. That will send them to 10 goals, 13. And it is a close game going into the final quarter. And the D's have not really done well in that last quarter. So now the Dogs need 17 points to win, and they will get it. 3 goals, 6 in the last quarter. So the Dogs will come up winners by 7 points. Alright, second fixture is Carlton-Richmond. You know, the traditional matchup. And the Blues will kick things off with a solid 5-goal performance. I don't know who kicked the goals there, but very good start for them. And the Tigers somehow are leading this quarter by a point. 5 goals, 6 for them. I mean, you're not going to see much more higher scoring quarters in the actual AFL season. The Blues, 9 goals, 11 in one half. That is a very good return. You'd be lucky if they get that in a half all season this year. But the Tigers, only the 4 goals, 1 in the second quarter. So the Blues have a slender advantage. And in the third quarter, it's 3 goals, 3 to the Blues. And it's 12 goals, 14 for them. And then we've got the Tigers. What are they going to do? Oh, they're going to assert their dominance in this quarter. They kick 5 goals, 4, and they will hold a 9-point lead going into the final change. And the Blues, 3 goals, 3. You question if that's going to be enough. 15 goals, 17 for them. The Tigers have to kick less than 2 goals here. And no. All hope for Blues fans is lost there. The Tigers win this one by about 21, and we move on to the next fixture. Alright, so the Saints have got the Pies. This fixture better deliver, because, the Kanye West concert has needed to be relocated because Kanye wants it at Marvel. But very entertaining opening quarter by these two sides. I mean, 72 points combined between the two. Second quarter underway, 3 goals, 5 for the Saints, sends them to 8 goals, 7. And the Pies can hold a pretty decent lead going into the half if they have a good quarter, but they don't capitalise, and they will only hold a 9-point advantage going into the halftime break. The Saints in the third quarter, 2 goals, 3 for them, will send them to 10, 10, 70, and the Pies, if they get a 6-goal quarter here, you can't see them losing. 2 goals, 2 though, so a bit of a low-scoring third quarter for them, and it's very much in the balance for the final quarter, and the Saints have been garbage. I mean, they can't win this game. They've tied the Pies before the Pies have even rolled, and the Pies are going to win this by 31 points with that. So, decent win for the Pies. Obviously, I can't imagine that happening in real life, but we'll move on to the next fixture. Geelong play Essendon. This is going to be a cracking matchup. We will start things off with the Cats, and they kick 6 goals, 4. So, Bombers' defense is a bit leaky. It's not going to be 6 goals, 43. It's going to be 6 goals, 4. The Bombers, can they return it? They are within touch, but they are still trailing to the Cats. If you get a good roll first up, it's pretty hard to fight back from that. But the Cats in the second quarter, only the 3 goals, 5. So the Bombers can potentially take the lead, but unfortunately their second quarter was equally questionable as the Cats. So the Cats have a 13-point lead going into the half, and 3 goals 2 for the Cats in the third quarter sends them to 12 goals 11. And the Bombers, 4 goals 2. So this is going to be another tight clash going into the final quarter, and we will see the Cats do very well. And I don't think they can be caught from here. Actually, they can. The Bombers need to kick at least 6 goals 4 to get the 4 points, and they get 5 goals 4, so they've just fallen short at the final hurdle, but they lose by 5 points in that one. Alright, Sydney Derby is next up. GWS kick things off with 4 goals 6. You can get some pretty inaccurate scorelines in this, but they start things off there pretty decently. And the Swans cannot return the favour. It's not 3 quarters, it's 3 goals 4. And in the second quarter, the Giants go a bit of inaccurate rate. 6 goals 10 for them in a half, and the Swans, well, 6 goals 4 is going to propel them into the lead here at the main change. They will lead that by 16 points. We go into the third quarter, 3 goals 1 for GWS, and a few teams have finished their third quarter sitting on 9 goals 11 already. The Swans, 3 goals 4 in that quarter. I don't know what that gets them to. 12 goals 12 for them, so a 19-point lead going into the last quarter. And the Giants, well, they're not going to win that one either. They haven't even made Sydney score. So we're just going to have a pretty anticlimactic finish. The Swans didn't have a great last quarter, but they will win this one eventually by a solid 16 points. And now next up, we've got Brisbane and Port Adelaide. Brisbane, you know, they are infamous for scoring a lot of points, but this is a bit of an exception. Only 1 goal 2 to start the game for the Lions, and the Power, they could have gone off to an absolutely wonderful start, but obviously it must be wet conditions or some shit, because only 4 goals combined for both teams in the first quarter. 4 goals 6 is what the Lions will find themselves on at halftime. And this is a low scoring match, this one, but you never know. Both teams could come through and kick 12 goals in the second half. But oh my god, the Lions they're playing awfully. Or at least the Dice wants them to play awfully. 5 goals 12 for them in 3 quarters. The Power, I mean, they haven't been great either, but they hold a 3-point lead going into the final change, and this is anyone's ball game. The Lions have been inaccurate as hell. 8 goals 18 sends them to 66, and the Power are going to need at least 22 points, and they don't get it. They don't get it. And the Lions win in what is a very inaccurate but low-scoring affair. And next up is the clash of the Cellar Dwellers, or at least you probably think that would be the case going into this season in real life. But the Hawks start things pretty well. 4 goals 2. North, can they return the favour? No. 1 goal 3 for them, so that's not an ideal start for them. But we continue on. We continue on, and Hawthorn have kicked 3 goals 4 to send themselves to 48 by the half. And then we've got North. Can they kick 6? They can, and they will be taking the lead going into the main change by a solitary point. Now we move into the third quarter, and the Hawks, well, they return the favour and kick 6 goals 4 of their own, and they pretty much double their score. Can North keep up? No, that is not the correct answer, and North are 4 goals behind at the final change. They're going to need Hawthorn to kick less than 3 goals if they're to have any hope, and the gods were listening. The gods were listening. So mathematically, North Melbourne can still win. They're going to have to kick 6 goals 6 at least, or whatever. No, they're not even close. They're not even close. I don't need to fix my calculations because they weren't close, and they are eventual 27-point losers. Adelaide taking on Freo next up, and we will kick things off with Adelaide, who kick 3 goals 2 to begin proceedings, and the Dockers are going to return the favour with 5 goals 1, so a very accurate start to the contest here. We've had a lot of inaccurate scoring games, but the Crows are helping towards eliminating this, basically. with a solid 5 goals 3. The Dockers, a little more inaccurate in the second. They are trailing by 7 points. And the Crows, well, they had an abysmal third quarter. Only the 1 goal 2. You got to question if that's going to be enough or if that's going to cost them in the long run. The Dockers, I mean, 10 goals 10. They are in front, but once again, Dice Footy will deliver in terms of suspense. And the Crows, well, they can win. They need the Dockers to score less than 12 points to pick up all 4. Here we go. And the Dockers have just, basically eliminated all hopes of a surprise victory. The Dockers win that one by 15 points. Final fixture of round 1 is West Coast versus Gold Coast. And I didn't even say that correctly, but you know what? We're not going to dwell on it. We're going to move along. The Eagles start with 3 goals 2, and the Suns, well, that is the lowest possible score you can get in the in a quarter. And yep, the Suns have done it. So Eagles aren't particularly scoring a lot, but in the world of Dice Footy, their defense was holding up until they let the Suns score 5 goals 3 in the second quarter, and their leaders evaporated almost instantly. The Eagles' third quarter is wonderful, and they send themselves to 12 goals 9. And the Suns, what are they going to do? 4 goals 1. They are within touch, but they're going to need the Eagles to score pretty low in this final quarter, and I don't think it's possible for them now. Yes, it is out of reach. The highest score that they can get is 6 goals 6, which will put them 1 point away, and they nearly got it too. Unbelievable. But they will end up losing in what was actually a thriller. I can't imagine the Eagles and Suns will be fighting out a thriller, in a couple of weeks' time. But there you have it. Eagles win by 3. And we're back to see the ladder after round 1. You can see all the results there as well. We had quite a few close games. We had, a 7-point loss for the Ds, a 5-point loss for the Bombers, a 3-point loss for the Power. So a few close ones in there, but then there were just a couple blowouts. I think these scores were pretty realistic. You don't have too many surprises. I'm also missing the Gold Coast game at the bottom. I don't know where the hell that's gone. But in case you missed it, it was 108, 105 for the Eagles. And as you can see in the standings, the Pies and the Hawks occupy the top 2. So I don't think you'll ever see that happening. And then St Kilda and North are on the bottom. So a bit more familiar territory for them. So, I mean, after one round, what do you really expect? Obviously, the table hasn't taken shape yet. But there you have it. That is the first round of Dice Footy. Make sure to let me know if you enjoyed this, and subscribe to the show so you're notified. This is coming out every Thursday at 4 o'clock. So yeah, make sure to stay tuned for that. Yeah, put all your thoughts and feedback in the comments as to how to make this better. But yeah, I think it went pretty good to start things off. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next episode of Dice Footy. Thank you. Peace out.